Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll actually be sharing with you guys how I actually made this dartless fitted dress with a multicolored button. So if this is what you're interested in seeing how I made this or learning, then let's keep watching. I'm actually going to be making use of this black crepe fabric, and these are the buttons I'm actually going to be making use of. Actually fold this fabric into two. As you can see, it's a little bit stretchy, so this does not require darts. Go ahead and fold yours into two, and then you pin this neatly so it doesn't shift. And next thing you're going to do is to go ahead and mark your starting point. The length I'm actually working with right here is 45, and this includes my sewing allowance. So go ahead and use the actual length that it suits you. This is more like a midi kind of length for me, and it's actually moderate. So when you're done with that, just go ahead and impute your chest line, your bust point, your under bust, your half length as well. So and then after doing that, go ahead and mark it just exactly the same way you're seeing me doing like this. But make sure you actually use your measurements because mine might be different from yours. Go ahead and make use of yours. After doing that, from your half length this way, just go down by 10 inches. All right, go down by 10 inches. This actually differs. Some people make use of 9 inches, some make use of 10 inches, depending on where your hip point is located. So I'm actually making use of 10 inches for my hip points right here. So when I'm done, I just made a straight line. Next, we are going to be dividing our shoulder into two. You divide your shoulder into two, and when you're done, just go ahead and put that. Mine is actually 15, and I'm making use of 17 and a half. So just divide that and then draw a straight line this way, connecting it to the chest line. Go down by 1 inch for shoulder slope, exactly this way, and then for the neck width and depth, we are going to make use of 3.5 for the front. When you're done, just go ahead and connect it neatly, just this way. Impute your bust circumference on the chest line. Do not make the mistake, impute that on the chest line. Go ahead and slope your shoulder, the 1 inch that you actually put, and now divide what is remaining by 2. When you're done with that, go in by just ½ inch and then connect the dotted lines together, just exactly the same way you're seeing me doing like this. Perfect. The next thing we're going to do, we're actually going to be dividing our under bust by 4 and then our waistline as well by 4. When we're done with that, go ahead and connect the 3 dotted lines together. And the next thing we are going to do is actually we are going to divide our hip measurement by 4 as well. So we are going to divide our hip by 4. So from our waistline, go ahead and impute your knee measurement. So the knee I'm actually working with here is 18. So from your half length right here, go down by 18. You can actually use 19 if you're a little bit shorter. So go ahead and do that. So take your hip measurement, your hip divided by 4 and minus 1 inch, then take that down to the knee so that you have that a little bit of pencil effect. All right, that's what we are trying to create. So use that same measurement that you had from the knee, take it down. I just hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Your hip measurements, your hip divided by 4 minus 1 inch, and then input that on the knee part, and then take that same measurement down to the length of your dress, and then you connect it neatly this way. You can see the way I'm placing my roller as well. Go ahead and impute your sewing allowance. I'm making use of just 1 inch right here, which is just perfect, and then you go ahead and also connect it neatly as well. the fabric was a little bit long, and then I just have to keep shifting because my table isn't that big, so sorry. And when we're done, we're just going to cut the front out, and tara, we are done for the front. It's that easy. And this is what the front part looks like. You can see it really looks nice. You can see that from the shoulder I added a little bit space. Now from the waist, this is the back. Go ahead and impute your fold your fabric into two and then leave one end for just zip allowance. Go ahead and draw a straight line this way. Now from the waist, we're actually going to be removing the bulge that is right there. So go in by 1 inch after you've drew your zip allowance, just exactly the same way you're doing this. You see me doing like this, just 1/2 inch right there, and then connect it to the hip. Connect it to the hip this way. I'm trying to make sure that it's showing perfectly, and when you're done, also connect it as well to the upper part so that it will blend comfort to just blend perfectly. And that's basically it. Just go ahead and then cut this out. There's no big deal at the back part. And now for the neck, we're actually not going to use the same length, the same depth that we use for the front. Actually, I'm actually making use of just 1 inch right here, or 1.5. You can use 1 inch or 1.5. The back actually has to be higher, so go ahead and just impute that, and then we'll cut it out. You can see that the back is that easy. You just have to remove the bulge that actually come out from the back, and that's basically it. So it's not hard. So when we are done, this is what it looks like. Go ahead and notch the zip part. And then I'm just cutting the excess fabric because we have to actually divide the bag into two, just this way. It's going to have a zip. And then I went further to just cut the facing for it so that it will look neatly, and I used it to turn my zip and turn the neckline as well so that it will look neat and beautiful. So when I open it, this is what it looks like. This is how I'm going to sew it, and then I'll turn the neckline as well. This is how it looks. It looks really beautiful and good. You can see that there's no darts attached to it, so even a beginner can actually make this dress. It's that easy. How about the front? This is how the front look like. I actually went ahead to actually full cut the facing for the front part, and this is how exactly how it looks. So when I open this, I'm actually going to be placing my front to the back, right side facing right side, and I'm just going to sew the side. Go ahead and iron it so that you can see this mark at the other end, and then you sew both sides. Go ahead and join the shoulder as well, and then use the facing just exactly the same way you're seeing me doing like this to turn the front, and then top stitch and iron it out. This is exactly how it's going to look. So when I was done sewing this is how it looks. I went further to attach my sleeve, cut the sleeve, and then attached it behind the camera. I'm very sorry, I'm actually going to be making a video, a tutorial on how to actually cut a perfect sleeve, so I'm actually going to be making use of that. I went ahead to also fix my zip. This is how it looks. This is what I was saying, and this is how neat it looks. Look at how cute, and this is looking really, really nice. So when I was done to get our design, I actually have to wear my dress so I could get the sweetheart right there. So you could say that the chalk is actually faded because I had to wear this so I could get the shape. Go ahead and wear yours if you really want to get a perfect shape. But to measure this, I actually came down from that neckline by 4 inches, and I'm just going to create something like a sweetheart. Now creating this way, I can't really explain exactly how this is, but just watch what I'm doing. That's exactly how I did it. So you can actually go ahead and wear this so that you could mark this just on top your body part. Look at it on the mirror and make sure that it's just accurate. So now the side seam actually serves as a line for me. That is just how I can explain this. Now I'm actually just going to be measuring this so that I could get like the half part, that's the middle part. You can see what I'm doing. this will actually take time, so please do not rush. So from the shoulder, I actually had to make come down by 19 inches, because from the previous picture, from the one I got inspired, it seems like it's actually on the lower waist. So I went for that to just come down by 19 inches. In it, that is not my actual half length, so I just wanted to go down a little bit. So from that 19 inches, I actually came down by just 4 inches. Okay, so by the time you actually make this, I find out that it wasn't really perfect for me, so I decided to just recreate that, go down again with a different kind of shape from the down part. But right here, I'm just trying to get the middle part of this so that I could impute the half part just perfectly. You can see exactly what I'm doing if you don't really understand what I'm trying to explain. Now from here, just go ahead and then from the side, go ahead and mark the slanted line this way, just so that it will have that corset shape. That's what I'm trying to create right here. So if you have a better way which you can actually do this, it's fine, just go ahead. But this is what it's looking like as we speak. So when I was done, I decided to just go in and then just arrange this and see how it's actually going to be looking like. Honestly, I kind of like the way it was looking though, but then I felt like, was this really okay? But I kept changing the shape every now and then. I was trying as much as possible to get the sweetheart shape just this way. I it was really tough actually, but I'm happy that this came out really nice. You can see that from the actual picture, this down part, the V part actually came down a little bit, but I actually corrected that. So this is how it looks like so far. So I continued doing this for like 3 days, guys. So this was actually fun. At the same time, it wasn't easy because, guys, but this was the how it was going, and I hope you guys love this video. Please kindly share this video, like, and also subscribe to my channel if you want, if you love what I was doing, and if you want me to actually continue to inspire you guys and also encourage me. Go ahead and create this style if you're interested, and like my video as well. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this, guys, and I'll really appreciate, and I'll answer any question of your choice. So guys, this is how it was looking. This is how I was doing this in the morning, in the afternoon, and it took me like just 3 days. I guess because I was actually. See you guys soon. Bye.